Hello, and we are starting another quest in Horizon Zero Dawn, and this time we're heading into the mountains for the claws beneath. And honestly, everything looks way too peaceful, which in Horizon Dawn usually means one thing: something is about to try and kill me. And sure enough, I make my way through the mountains and spot something ahead, a control tower. Now, before I go any further, I definitely need to deal with this. These control towers can be a real problem during a machine fight because they can repair nearby machines and keep them in a fight longer. And I really don't need a giant machine getting healed while I'm ready struggling to stay alive. So I'm going to override this tower and get rid of that problem before the real fight begins. That should make things a little easier. Then there it is, the Rockbreaker. Okay, so this is significantly bigger than I was hoping for. This thing is fast, it can disappear underground, and it can pop back up pretty much whenever it wants. So immediately I'm thinking, okay, let's not panic. Let's actually look at its weaknesses, and there it is, freeze. Perfect. I have the ice cannon, so naturally I'm thinking I've got the perfect weapon and this is going to be easy. Yeah, so you probably already can tell that this isn't going to be easy. So I pull out the ice cannon and start trying to build up the freeze effect. The idea is simple: freeze the rock breaker and then hit it while it's vulnerable. Sounds like a great plan, except this thing doesn't exactly want to stand still and let me freeze it. It dives underground, comes back up, dives underground again, and I'm basically trying to shoot a giant mechanical mole that refuses to stay in one place. But I'm still confident. I'm thinking, okay, we've got this. So I tried the Ropecaster and absolutely nothing. Well, not nothing. It mostly just reminds me that my plan isn't going to go according to plan. And now things are starting to go downhill. My health point is dropping. The rock breakers everywhere. I'm dodging attacks. I'm trying to get a clean shot. And I'm starting to realize that standing in one place and trying to force the fight is probably not the smartest idea I've ever had. At this point, I'm not even fighting the rock breaker, I'm fighting for my life. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe we need a new strategy. Because if I keep doing exactly what I'm doing, I'm going to find out that Aloy's respawn screen shows up. So I stop attacking for a second and I start watching. And this is where things start to change. Instead of constantly chasing the rock breaker, I'm watching the ground. Where does it disappear? Where does it come back up? When do I actually have an opening? And that's when I realize I don't need to attack it every single time I see it. I need to wait for it. So now I'm using my dodge and roll as much more carefully. The dodge isn't just oh no roll, it's becoming I know where you're coming from and I'm getting out of your way. And once I start doing that, the fight becomes much easier to read. So now I'm watching for the moment when the rock breaker surfaces, and when it does, the that opportunity is where I get in my attacks. Then I move. No standing around, no trying to chase it, no wasting everything while it's underground. Just wait, watch, attack, and move. I'm also keeping an eye on those digging arms because those are extremely important. If I can damage and destroy them, I can eventually stop the rock breaker from constantly disappearing underground. And honestly, that sounds like a fantastic idea because I have had enough of playing Where's the Rock Breaker? And slowly I'm starting to get the hang of it. The ice cannon is doing its job. I'm getting better at aiming my attacks. I'm dodging instead of just running around in panic. And most importantly, I'm standing to understand the rock breaker's movement and I'm no longer trying to chase it. I'm letting it come to me, and that's making a huge difference. This fight started as me thinking, oh, it's weak to freeze, easy, and has turned into, okay, I've studied your entire family history, now you're going down. But honestly, once you stop rushing the fight, you can start controlling it. And now we're getting close. The Rockbreaker is taking damage. I'm finding the openings and I'm finally able to punish it when it surfaces. That was definitely more difficult than I expected. I went into this fight thinking the ice cannon would make everything easy. Then the Ropecaster failed me and my HP started disappearing. And I spent half the fight dodging around trying to figure out where this thing was going to come up from next. But once I stopped chasing it and started watching its movement, the fight became much more manageable. And that's the clause belief completed. The biggest thing I learned from this fight, don't panic, watch where the Rockbreaker surfaces from, and use your dodge rolls to stay alive. Take your shots when you actually have an opening and target those digging arms whenever you can. Because sometimes the best strategy isn't attacking more, it's knowing when not to attack. And thankfully, this time I actually figured it out before the Rockbreaker figured me out. So that's another quest completed, and see you next time for what Horizon has waiting for me next. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be fun. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Mourn the dead, but always know
It's over.
a failure to...
It wasn't easy, but that Rockbreaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though. And you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
You have no ambition to one day become chieftain. Why even call yourself Banuk?
Will the smoke from Thunder's drum ever stop?